So first of all, Cancers, this thing came screaming out. Okay, so let me talk about this. This is a new job. This is a new income generating opportunity for you. And it's going to be very, very good for you. Not only does it bring about a lot of financial windfall, a lot of wealth, it's also going to drastically change your lifestyle. So this is a very, very good card to have. A lot of you have been in situations, especially work situations. If I honestly feel like the work situation for some of you is smoothing itself out. But for those of you who have left work and have been kind of like disappointed, struggling with financial, financial hardships, financial fluctuations, where 1 month can greatly fluctuate and be different from the next. Your income stream, for example, has been very inconsistent, and you're just like, I want stability. I want to be able to settle down. I want to have a family. I want to have that nest egg for myself. I feel that you're tired of, bumbling around trying to do work that is just mundane and that doesn't give you that financial freedom or that financial security. I do feel this is the month where interviews with other people, you are going to be very well received. People will really see your heartfelt, desire to work for them. They're going to see your motivation, and they're going to see all of these things. So you have positive reception coming through with other people. You have opportunities here to wow other people, and you have opportunities as well to really make an impression on other people, where they will really celebrate, your strengths, and they will really feel how committed you are to working for them. And so the end of struggles, the end of financial worries, I feel like it's coming in for many of you for this month. Some of you could be getting like major, major financial windfalls here as it relates to health that I mentioned earlier. Others of you can get major, major financial windfalls as a result of, should I or should I not leave this marriage? And I feel like there might be some alimony, there might be child support, custody issues, where you are going to be able to have a lot more financial security. So money coming through, releasing a property, if it's been a financial drain on you, specifically releasing a property, okay? And others getting out of a marriage or a relationship that was very financially draining. And as a result, it frees you up to look for jobs. It frees up your energy to devote to practical, tangible things that are a lot better for you, okay, long term. I'm also sensing for some of you, there might be a job on the offing here that might require a move, okay? So I feel like where you're living now, it's all nice and good, but I do sense it's kind of like an ending of a cycle, and it's going to allow you to really think about what's the next location for me? Where can I settle so that I can be able to purchase property, so that I can be happy, so that I can be, secure. And I'm sensing some of you are kind of like airing away from city life, congestion, a lot of people, high property value, and you're moving or shifting into a location where there is a lot less hectic energy. You're further away from civilization. Property value, cost of living is a lot cheaper, and you're going to be able to get a really big property and feel really good about, the fact that you don't have to deal with neighbors, the fact that you have your own space and no one can encroach upon it. Okay. So there's huge, huge, property, housing, changes that will be very positive for you. And especially if you're purchasing property, I do feel like, this is a card overall about major, major decisions, signing on the dotted line, contracts being finalized as well. And it's going to allow you to start a new phase in your life. Okay. So it looks very, very positive overall. The other thing that I want to mention as well is, this was an energy that I felt last year for you guys, and if it hasn't happened, it's very similar. If it hasn't happened for many of you last year, or it wasn't done for many of you last year, it's important to do this now. Okay, so first of all, we have this situation of reassessment. Okay, figuring out where we've been, where we're trying to go, and how we can realistically get there. And I do feel this is a situation that concerns your relationship sector, friendships as well, and in particular, love relationships. They bring you very shady energies. It's like clandestine types of movements. Okay. So I feel like either they bring you opportunities for get rich quick schemes, or they bring you like very shifty, shady, work opportunities that put you in precarious situation where you might need to distort the truth, where you might, there was big money to be had from it, but was it serving your greater good? Was it good for you overall? And was it something that did you have regrets doing it? Because I feel like there were regrets as it relates to the people that you were associating with. Okay. And breaking away from that, finding people that are better quality, I feel is going to be really important. Now, cancers, um, going back to what I mentioned, I feel like you are a big major team player. Okay. Like you like to be around other people, and you also like to, I feel like you like to interact with a lot of people. You're naturally very curious about other people. You're curious about where they've been, where they come from, especially if they're ethnically, linguistically different from you. You like to talk to them. You like to mingle. You like to find out what makes them tick. You like to, learn about other people. You're naturally very people oriented. You go about it in a very shy way, so people don't know that. But I feel like you like other people. And I also feel like in the process of being well liked, being popular, being part of the in crowd, was that making you happy? Okay. Was that something that you want? Like, quantity over quality? Was that what you wanted? And then also, the people that were around you, did they bring with them positive energy? Or did they bring with them bad habits? Like, drinking too much, reckless behavior. I'm sensing, overall, this is a card about addiction, overcoming past addictions to people, to vices, unhealthy things in your life. So I do sense overall that a lot of you have closed some doors, and I'm really glad to see that. But at the same time, you feel a little bit isolated, you feel a little bit lonely, and you feel like you're very much alone in your struggle. But you are going to you're going to continue on. And in the process of, feeling that sense of like isolation, right? Your mind, our minds as social creatures, we are always going to revert back to the past, the past relationship that was really good, that was very, very stable, where the other person really loved you. And then we're always going to revert back to family. Were there a lot of instability in our family lives? Did our parents provide us with the best foundation and structure? Can we blame them for, how our lives have turned out now? Yes and no. I feel like you're going to be grappling with a lot of past things from the past, whether they be good or bad. You're going to look at them and figure out how they have shaped you, the person you are right now, and how they are contributing to you as a person, where you're trying to go, where you're headed, and whether or not you're ready. So I feel like you're comfortable. Some of you might be comfortable where you are, socially, financially. You have a new big opportunity, and you're just like, this big opportunities, it seems to me like it requires a relocation. It seems to me like it requires drastically leaving behind everything that you're comfortable with right now and shifting forward. You might need to leave friends behind. You might need to leave, existing lovers. You might need to do something very drastic, and you're not really sure if you're ready for it. So the thing here is, cancers, do things differently, and especially don't stay because of financial, insecurity. Okay. So steer away from this state of mind where you are making decisions, um, from a space where you are not financially stable, and especially Any opportunity that allows you to move away from this financial instability, definitely take it because it is going to be very good for you. So you might have like, I'm sensing people leaving in the on the job, right? And you get along with them and everyone's telling you, "Hey, come with us. Go to this next company with us." But then there are new positions opening up in because everybody's leaving. And so you're just like, do I tell them that I'm aiming for their position or do I leave with them? I feel that you're going to stay and aim for a higher position. And I'm also sensing as well that either way, new jobs are coming through. And I feel that it's going to be very good for you guys, okay? I guess like the takeaway message for this month here is aim to do something different because everything that was done in the past, it just feels to me like it didn't work out too well. There were a lot of like idealism, illusions of grandeur, and you might have gotten involved in situations. And I feel like, get rich quick or situations that really fed the ego, but it was very spiritually empty. And so you need to find something that is a lot more spiritually nurturing, spiritually fulfilling for you, and working towards that without fears of like, am I doing things wrong? Am I on the right track? I feel like you're on the right track right now, but the decision that you need to make, it needs to resonate on a higher level. It needs to speak to you spiritually, okay? And I feel like separating the spiritual from the physical, that's very, very important, okay? So aim for people as well that are a lot more spiritually nurturing for you. And I feel like it's really important for you to think back, when was the last time I felt that spiritually nurtured by another person? So I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. Let me talk about you singles. Okay, so people who are single, we have the great love that's coming in, okay? So we have here the Ace of Cups, which basically means, usually it means carrying a torch for somebody, really liking someone, digging somebody, wanting to build a relationship from scratch with somebody. And I mentioned earlier, you've got your eyes on this. This is the Magician, and the Magician is basically someone who is, I feel like they have they know how to live life, okay? If you look at this person, he's got a martini in one hand, he's got a sword in the other. Great communicator, great orator. Um, they might be in the public limelight. I'm seeing a big salesman, lobbyist, for example, salesman, somebody that needs to convince other people, that knows how to wine and dine the people they like, knows how to persuade, and knows how to, it's really intelligent, knows how to communicate very well. The sword that he's holding here, it basically indicates to me somebody who's very, very witty, very cunning, intelligent. And then on the other hand, he's holding, the wands and also the pentacles. This is somebody who's got a lot of financial security. Okay. They're in some type of a high powered job. And I feel like this is somebody that captures your imagination. And I feel that some of you are really, really digging this person here. It's almost like because you're a water sign, I feel almost like you're offering this person your love. You're offering, it's like they've got you wrapped around their fingers. And I don't feel like it's bad. I just feel that you really have somebody that you're interested in. Singles, get out there this month and start dating. I feel that you're going to have a really amazing time with at least one person that you're dating, okay? It could be this person here where the conversation flows naturally, where things just, get off to a running start because there's a lot of chemistry here. So that's for singles, okay? For others, let me talk about this weird combination that came out. First of all, we have here the King of Coins. This is an earth sign, a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, okay? And this is somebody that I feel is really, they're saying like gunning for you. And I don't usually get that message with earth signs, but I feel like this is somebody that shows up very nicely dressed and they're just like, hey, do you want to get back together with me? That's what I'm sensing. It might be an ex. And It's linked up here with the King of Cups. So I feel like it might not be altogether like an earth sign, but it's somebody that exhibits these qualities. They look really nice, and they might in the past shower you with a lot of affection, a lot of gifts, a lot of trinkets. They're also very emotionally supportive. They make sure that you're fed, they make sure that you're clothed, they make sure that you're warm, and they really, when you're sick, they really call and check up on you, and they might physically be there to take care of you. And I'm also sensing here Knight of Swords. Okay, so we have 3 court cards. So I feel like this is a person that you have moved away from. They're dynamic and exciting and nurturing, but I do sense that some of you got, like, if it's a relationship partner, you were trying to move on to better things, or you were trying to secure your financial foundation. But I also feel there's an element of you possibly dating a lot of really good people and not appreciating them for what it's worth, because you're getting this cold feet where you have like all the other options that you're looking at too, and you're just like, I'm going to go ahead and explore all the other options, never mind that these people really gave me security and love and commitment. I feel like you were kind of like chasing after somebody, possibly an unrequited love, and you left some really good, beautiful people behind on the quest for this. And I feel like that reality has really dawned on you, that you were out chasing, um, pipe dreams, while these people were really committed to you. Okay. I'm sensing some of you might have had a lover in the past. It might be these qualities mixed together. Okay, so like earth, air, and water. So possibly, Gemini, Taurus moon, and Scorpio sun, for example, Gemini rising, Taurus moon. So like this combination, somebody exactly with this combination, very, very committed, but I feel like they might not communicate their needs very well. And then on top of that, they are very, a little bit more like on the, I want to say even you perceive them to be a little bit more extravagant and a little bit more too financially focused. And they didn't have that time for you emotionally. I just feel like they weren't emotionally expressive, or emotionally, like verbally expressive. And so it was hard to form a relationship with this person. So I feel like you had to go, but you're thinking about them, and as well that I want to find somebody like this from the past, because that was a really good relationship. So I feel like you're trying to find another person like this. Okay. Um, let's talk about the past. We have here the Nine of Wands, and we have here the High Priestess. And the Nine of Wands basically indicates a situation where somebody, I feel like this can be you or the other person. And I'm sensing this might be you, Cancers. This is a card overall that basically indicates a lot of hardships and pain have to happen for us to learn sympathy, for us to learn humility, for us to really be able to put ourselves in another person's shoes, because it opens up our heart chakra, right? A lot of the times when we are at a very, very low point in our lives, it allows us to really sympathize, empathize with another person's pain. And we can't really get to that point to truly empathize unless we have experienced it. Okay. So like I said before, things do happen for a reason, because as humans, as spiritual creatures embodying, trapped inside this physical body, we need to experience worldly pains, physical, emotional, in order for us to learn, in order for us to grow, in order for us to activate our chakras. And I feel like some of you needed to close some doors, and others of you left those doors open, hoping for, that ex to come back, hoping for the person to come back around. And I also feel some of you have experienced this, and now you're at a point in your life where your eyes are open. Not only is your heart chakra open, your eyes are open. You're starting to see things, kind of like the veil is lifted here with the high priestess. It's like things are no longer that sense of idealism. It feels like it escaped you. It needed to leave the picture so that you know what you have and that you don't go chasing after pipe dreams, okay? I'm sensing a few people like floating around dating one person after another, dating multiple people at the same time, and possibly learning some karmic lessons associated with that. And I'm very sorry to relay this, but I feel like that might have happened for some of you in the past. And there's this energies about, you know, karma coming back around. So please don't put yourself in that situation, okay? Don't put yourself in that situation, because I feel like there were information here revealed and it really hurt you, but also it just tore the other person apart, the one that really loved you and that really cared about you. So I feel like there was information that came into the light and it really opened up your eyes and it really made you, you know, conscientious about what not to do in the future. Okay, so stick with this energy. Learn what not to do in the future so that you don't make the same mistakes. Okay, and so as a result of this, many of you are taking a major, have taken a major hiatus from dating. So this is the Four of Swords, and the Four of Swords is rest and recuperation. Okay, so this basically means, you know, taking a little bit of a break or taking a little bit of a communication break from another person too, because there were a lot of arguments, there was a lot of strife, and there was just a lot of like empty promises overall. And so while you're doing this unexpectedly, you're just like, I'm not dating right now, or I'm going to keep myself, you know, occupied on my work game, on my money game, on my, you know, career game. And unexpectedly, you're scoping out a person that you really, really like, that really catches your fancy, that you feel like, okay, I can, you know, I want to start a family. I want to, um, I want to, you know, be able to have children. I want to be able to get a property. I want to be able to settle down and have a life with this person. So crowning this reading is something that you're thinking about. I have here the Wheel of Fortune, which is things turning around for the better. This is the month. The sun is in your sign. We just had a new moon for you, Cancers. It's a do-over for you guys, and you're attracting a lot of people, a lot of luck, a lot of blessings. And I feel that this is the month where, you know, you innately, intuitively, energetically feel this vibration of new energy that's in store for you. So your luck is changing. Things are going to turn around magnificently for the better. And we have as well the Ten of Pentacles, which is a solid foundation that can be had with another person. Okay. So I'm sensing here that, last message, if you are dating an earth sign, a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, okay, sun, moon, or rising, there's an element here about you accumulated a lot of wealth with this person, but I feel like there's a little bit of a energy where you are attracted to somebody outside of the relationship. It's very fleeting. Do not change your plans based on that, because I feel like that attraction is very fleeting. That attraction was not, it doesn't feel to me like it's solid. So learning from the past, don't make the same mistakes, and especially, you know, don't hurt the people that hurt you. Okay, just be very, very careful about that. Just the law of reciprocity, the law of karma, the law of fortune is turning in your favor. So do the right thing. Okay. Singles, really, really good time overall to start dating. People who are coupled up, you are going to run into snags in the road, okay? So just be high-minded. Express yourself. We have here the Ace of Swords. This is self-expression, being very clear when we communicate, trying to get to the truth and trying to resolve conflict, okay? So Cancers, I do wish you all the best. Very, very happy birthday to you guys.